Hi, and welcome to the Volleyball Hall of Fame. I'm Kevin Barnett. This is Volleyball in Perspective. We're here to present the 2010 class to the Hall of Fame. I'm here with special VIP, Jizhong Wei, President of the FIVB. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. President.
Only actual president.
Only acting president, yes. President. Actual. President until 2012, where there will be another election? Yes. So you've been president now for 2 years of the FIVB.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that job. What has surprised you most about that position?
Because this, I said during my election as president of FIVB, I said, I'm only a president of transition because I am in the same generation with the former president, Dr. Robert Acosta. We are in the same generation. Now for FIVB, we should pass the power to the new generation. So for this, I mean, I'm in a transition president of FIVB. What I would do is to put a democratic system and mechanism in FIVB in order to give all national federation freedom of expression.
You did take over for Dr. Acosta, the longtime president of FIVB,
Yeah.
and you have many times mentioned, just as you did now, the democratic process.
Yeah.
How successful have you been over the past 2 years implementing that?
Because I can tell you that in September we have a World Congress under my chairmanship. Nearly 95% of the dedicated president at this Congress, they were satisfied, saying this Congress is the first Congress ever in the FIVB Congress that all the delegates can have free of expression.
The FIVB has been a huge force in the world of volleyball for a long time, and this Hall of Fame is dedicated not only to the United States development of volleyball here in the home in Holyoke, Massachusetts, but also the tremendous growth worldwide.
Yes.
What is your impression of this facility?
Because the first things, there's this Hall of Fame located in Holyoke, the native city of the creation of volleyball. This is historically significant because FIVB was formed in Paris, but the FIVB is different from the creation of volleyball. Without the creation of the volleyball, it would be impossible to have a FIVB.
What is the direction for volleyball under your tenure? You talk about the democratic process and the stuff behind the scenes, but what about on the floor and on the court?
Yes, for the volleyball, we have divided volleyball in two parts. The first part is elite volleyball, like USA got too much medals during the Beijing Olympic Games.
Too many medals.
Too many.
Oh,
too many. From other side, we have a volleyball for all. That means mass volleyball, especially the volleyball in school. The volleyball in school is the real future of volleyball because now all the boys and girls go to school. And after that, they will go to all the society. Politics, economic, culture, business, everything. That means if we have a good base in school volleyball, that means the volleyball will have a bright future.
Talking about playing in school, what kind of player were you when you were younger?
In the beginning, we have interested boys and girls to play volleyball, especially the girls. Because in school, the girl didn't like basketball. Basketball is too much physical contact. They didn't like football. football perhaps is too too hard for them. So the volleyball is a good choice in school physical education. Now, FIB have a big project to launch volleyball in school in cooperation with the ministries of education in different countries.
Talking about different countries, the United States, very successful in the sport. Brazil, hugely successful. Much of Europe. Where are the emerging markets for the sport? Where is it going to grow the most in the next 10 years?
Now we have Italy. We have Arab countries. Because for the Arab countries now, mainly we have men's sport. But we also started the volleyball for women, for girls. These initiatives have been highly welcomed by the women in all the Arab countries.
As it relates to people growing up and the stars of tomorrow, the kids you're talking about touching now, how important is it for the upcoming stars or the stars of today to know about the stars of tomorrow and some of the people being honored here at the Hall of Fame this week?
Because the star in volleyball, in comparison with other sports, is a little bit difficult. Not like the basketball, not like the football, because volleyball is mainly a team sport. They should work together. So in volleyball, we insist of the team spirit. The star work can be only appear in the teamwork. If not, one star cannot. It's not possible.
Do you think that's a concept that translates to business, to life, to things outside of volleyball?
Yes, because I say most of the volleyball and beach volleyball players, they are very intelligent young men. If not, it is impossible for them to become a star, to become an excellent volleyball players. That means in the future, after their retirement, they can go to every sphere of the society. Politics, we have politics. We have, for example, we have some president, the Indonesian president, he was volleyball players. Czech president of republic, he was volleyball player. So in politics and in economic, in business, we have many big businessmen origin from the volleyball, and even in the sports administration, at least we have 10 presidents of Olympic Committee origin from volleyball.
China has a rich history of volleyball, both men's and women's, and of course hosted the 2008 games. Tell us about volleyball in China.
The volleyball in China started with 9 against 9. When I was players, I started with 9 against 9, not 6 against 6.
Oh, really?
Yes, 9 against 9. But in China, the volleyball is popular mainly in women, not in men. In men, is basketball and football. So in women, China, we have a relatively good standard. Like Lamping, she was a good player. She was a good player in China, and then they keep a good coach, and also a good coach for the United States women's team.
Yes, of course, Jenny Longping, Hall of Famer here.
Now he came back to China as a coach of club.
You mentioned the fact that it's a women's sport in China, and it's largely a women's sport in the United States at a youth level. Many more women participating than men. What can be done to increase the participation for the men's side?
For the men's side, we have a competition with the basketball. Because the volleyball need tall players. The tall players, their first choice is basketball not volleyball. Not volleyball. Now, in FIVB, we are thinking about another kind of competition, a limitation of the height. That for men, under 1 meter 85. For women, under 1 meter 75. So with this kind of new competition, we can encourage the short people to play volleyball. We have already a competition in Indonesia. It was a success for the developed countries. And we will continue the test of this kind of new competition in the world.
Tell us about what other things the FIVB has going, other initiatives leading to the 2012 Olympic Games in 2 years.
In the 2000 Olympic Games, first, we have introduced a new system of qualification for beach volleyball. Before, the beach volleyball Olympic qualification is 100% depend on the world ranking. The other countries have no chance. Now we took off eighth place of beach volleyball and given it to different continents. That means for the world ranking, only 16th place. 8th place according to a world qualification for beach volleyball. This will encourage nearly 70% of the national federation to participate in the Olympic qualification. As you know, if a country they start participating in Olympic qualification, it's easy for them to get support from the government.
You're the first FIVB president to come to the Volleyball Hall of Fame. Why did you make the decision to be here today?
Because if it's easy for me, I'm invited by you. For me, the whole of fame is a kind of heritage of volleyball and of FIVB. I have no reason not to come. I have 100 reasons to come.
Well, we appreciate your presence here, and thank you for spending the time here on Volleyball in Perspective, Mr. President. Volleyball in Perspectives here from the Volleyball Hall of Fame, live 2010.